And this 1,600,000 that they surrendered, look at the surrenderies now. They are skinny, they are sick, they do nothing, they are zombies. And they have to commit crime because they not have the money. And when the craving for a fix is there, crime cannot be far behind. And even kill pregnant prosecutors and not the human rights. For all of it, never raise hell. But when you kill a criminal, a drug addict, a pusher, a drug lord, becomes screening. So I ask them, sino ba ang niloloko ninyo? You threaten me with an ICC case. You know, the police can be very good if they want to be good. Yan ang nakikita ko for the 23 years I've been mayor of the city supervising a police force. At kung meron namang iba, if they wanted to be on the wrong side of life, well, those at least for my city, sometimes you lose your pants, sometimes you lose your life. Furthermore, due to your persistent efforts to fulfill your mandate to maintain law and order across the country, you have a very happy population na nagkaroon pa ng parang utang na loob sa inyo. At tama naman. And during the days of your need, you had the support of the Filipino people. Kaya nakita ninyo, kaya wag ninyong pagsayangan. Do not waste the feeling of being great as a Filipino, proud of the police, at yung iba sisirain lang. You know, yung mga, hindi kayo, you're not here. I think nobody is here. But yung pumunta sa opisina ko kahapon, you know, the warning does not make any distinction. When I say that government or I, the worker of government in charge of the enforcement of the law overall, may I just also remind you that we have a policy. We do not destroy nations. We protect and serve our nations. We have to prepare the world of our descendants for tomorrow. If we cannot do something now sa drugs, your grandchildren will suffer. And we would have left a life and a nation to them that is still in shambles. I have taken unto myself the full responsibility and assume all in the campaign against drugs. Again, I'd like to repeat it again and again and again so that malaman ng mga kriminal na if there were no arrests made in the previous regime, I do not particularize any administration. Sabi nila na walang patay, walang naaresto, walang ginawa ang pulis. Kasi ganito yan. The moment and the only leverage, I've been a prosecutor, believe me, I cannot impose a lie on the Filipino nation. But when I was a prosecutor, I could sense na kung may success story ang police in the raid sa trabaho, they are deathly afraid also of the counter charges. And I would not hesitate and dare say na ang panlaban kasi nila is to file a countercharge. The drug people have all the money, but once a police is suspended, as a matter of course, wala naman tayong magawa. The law says that you are charged, you're suspended. Kaya ang police takot magkakaso because the moment the order comes for them suspending them from the force, on that day wala na kayong pagkain at ang mga anak ninyo minsan ang pag-aaral na puputol. Ganon ang sekreto dyan. Would you believe that is 1,600,000 addicts, victims of drugs, reduced to slavery by a few people, slavery to a chemical called shabu, and you would have lost their present and future. Life is not fair, and some make it harder for people to make good. Yung mga anak, and I pity them, if I do not make the last stand, I don't know who would be the president next. Pero kung ganon lang rin na matakot sa droga at they were able to hide successfully the fact that they had contaminated millions of Filipinos, and there were no prosecutions, no big time. Used to be millions, now it is billions. You know, drug people, when you earn $1 billion, that is my donation to you for your life. If you run $1 billion industry in my country, I will not let it pass. It's either you kill me or I will kill you all. I do not give a shit about criticism. For criticisms, after all, do not make a country progress and develop. Criticisms for, lalo na yung politika, they cannot accept defeat. And other governments, here comes one president berating me in public, in a public forum. So he invited my insults. And he had it coming. And it was a dirty word. And I said, I don't give. You know, for after all, when this country collapses under the weight of crime, and it was only after drug was reduced to the barest minimum, our country improved in the peace and order condition. Kung hinayaan ko yon, tinago ko rin. And this 1,600,000 that they surrendered, look at the surrenders now. They are skinny, they are sick, they do nothing, they are zombies. And they have to commit crime because they do not have the money, and when the craving for a fix is there, crime cannot be far behind. And even kill pregnant prosecutors and the human rights. For all of it, never raise hell. But when you kill a criminal, a drug addict, a pusher, a drug lord becomes screening. So I asked them, sino ba ang niloloko ninyo? You threaten me with an ICC case. You think that... Look, I have hit the firewall. I cannot run again. For all intents and purposes, actually, I am a lame duck president. If you're talking about politics, okay. I will not interfere anyway, because after this, I cannot even run for a barangay captain. I have reached my limits. But you know, you broke. I will not stretch my patience with you. Either we stop this during my term, and do not worry about me. I can take care of myself. Just do your duty. I need not lecture to you. I was your professor in the police academy. You had 2 years of study about human rights. When is there a time to kill, and when is it okay for you to just hang on and keep it? The rule is, when your life is in danger, and you feel that really you will die and leave a family fatherless, do not hesitate to kill. Do not hesitate because of a case. If you do your duty in accordance with the law, and you know that, when your life is in danger, you stick to the law. Never mind the idiots about human rights. They cannot help you. But I will be here. I will, as a president, I will never allow you to go to jail. Just do your duty. Wala kayong isipin. I will provide the lawyer for you. You have to do is call the police office. I have a small cubicle there manned by police and military. And that unit takes care of police and soldiers who find themselves in fix. And I will provide you the lawyer. For policemen, pag na-suspend kayo, duty connected, in all good faith, it's all war. Never mind, I will pay you when you are suspended so that you can still bring money to your family. And I will hire the lawyer, or if you want a lawyer of your choice, tell the military, ipasa niya, let's work. You can choose your, the council is really something of trust and confidence. Then I can have the billing system schedule. Just tell them that, no, the mayor will pay you. But there is this reasonable, or unless COA would start to, again, tinker with their work. And as we know, we are bound by the law to follow the auditing rules. Maybe I will bargain. If you ask for 50,000 for disability, we make it for 35 or 30. Anyway, this guy is doing it in the name of public service. Kaya I have to have a strong police and a strong military. And the spectacle of a case that you will go hungry and go to jail, that's nothing. I will provide a lawyer. And I will see to it that he will defend you on the principles of performance of duty or self-defense. Mamili ka dyan. Both are grounds for a criminal exemption. Basta totoo lang, just let the truth come out. Nung sa trabaho niya, pag nakatutok ng baril yan, o may batong hawak, hindi ka pa nakahawak mo ihampas sa ulo mo, why do you think fracture in the head cannot kill you? I said, there's no firearm there. Let your lawyer decide. I cannot attend to all your cases. Gusto ko matulong mag-review, but I simply do not have time to do it. I do not want a police force that's corrupt. If you are into drugs, the possibility is great that I will be after you. And I said, you might lose your funds, including your life. Double the hate because you are in government service and you do drugs. Pero kung trabaho lang, the way we love our country with fervor, your line up there, I'm talking, just consider me a co-worker of government like you. I just happen to be there holding office and deciding some of the things that would affect the destiny of this country. I would like to emphasize that the PNP has the government's full support, and this administration is fully committed to enhance your capability. In fact, we have allotted more than 2 billion pesos for the PNP Capability Enhancement Plan. In my city, I asked the NHA to build houses there. Not the 24 type na ayaw ninyo. And I can understand. That will rise soon. It's a 1,000. It's for the police but I another have a building far away. This is also to shelter the surrenderies. After all, if we do not go into a dedicated, being the guide, providing the light, they will just simply return to fight again. We have to fulfill our promise. We have to give them the shelter, the houses. And we have to train them, Tesla. I have poured billions out of Tesla so that they will be able to learn something, learn a new trade. Just Tesla is something which is really important. And in the meantime that they do not have the jobs, I pay. Until such time that they become productive members of the society. But inuna ko muna, you have the precedence. And it's near my place. Kung sino yung mga taga Mindanao, Davao, or Oriental, but Davao is the center of population. Anybody of you galing Davao del Norte, Sur, Oriental, at Occidental, you are free to apply the free housing for your family. Dito sa Maynila, I will just have to wait for the Secretary of Finance because you have something in mind to help you. Maybe we'll lease some of the prime properties. Huwag ito. Yung malaki itong just like Taguig. You can have it. Dominguez wants the GSIS for you in addition to what you are having now. And if you get the funds there, you're not supposed to dispose of it. I will just give you the power, but you can lease it. And you have to limit it for about 30 years. Yesterday, I fired the Council of Nayong Filipino, all of them. You do not give gambling licenses or franchise for 75 years. I mean to say that the child is born today and 75 years later, he's that old. There will still be gambling in the city. We will not allow it. I hate gambling. I do not want it. There will be no casino outside of what I'm not granting anything. Basta gambling ayaw. Better look for something more enticing, just to wager war in money. We likewise assure you that you will do your best and our best to promote the welfare of uniformed personnel and that of your families. Since you put your lives on the line to serve our country and people, it is only just and fair. Just fair that the government takes care of you. As we celebrate this milestone in your organization, enjoy our police personnel to continue performing your duties well and intensify the war against crime. Drug was the responsible element in the runaway crime situation that started in our country, that started about 4 years ago. Alaman ninyo yan. Ngayon, Indiana, I have stated my case. I have clearly defined my position. And I will do it. Alam naman yun, when I say, if I say in public, I will do it. When I say in public, do not do it because you will, then do not do it. For God's sake, do not do it. Your heroism and valiant efforts cannot be overemphasized. In fact, some of you are given medals and due recognition because of your innumerable contributions in our efforts to create an environment where our people can live in peace and without fear for the safety and security of their families. Just like when there was this Kadayawan every August. I told every movie houses, every hotel. I was just a new mayor then. Improve on your sanitation and hygiene. I do not want to see something on that bowl of your toilet floating. You must have water and you must provide some relief. But I was new then. Hindi na diwala. And you can ask any military guy who had the chance to sojourn and visit my city. I closed them all. And when there was a time when the victims of firecrackers, pyrotechnics, reached 700, I said, it must be a stupid government to allow its citizens to be hurt. Just a tradition. What about tradition? Tradition of killing our children? Tradition of... I said, stop it. So, you want a quiet Christmas, New Year? Go to Davao. As a matter of fact, you go to Davao now at 12. And this is not my... Yung babae doon, at 12 o'clock, Semana Santa ang Davao. At 12 o'clock in the evening, it's all quiet. Walang aso kasi ayaw ko ng aso sa panahon. Saan yung aso? Anong ginawa ko? Okay. Mayroong isa talaga dyan, animal lover. So, pipiyak yan. So, hindi ko na sabihin kung ano. Pero kayo mga Ilocano, makita nga kayo kung sino kayo. Ako may official ako doon na babae taga Tugigaraw. Every other day, kumakain ng aso. Naubos ang aso sa Davao. Dumating na mga Ilocano eh. Oh, you have a problem with paasahan ka ng mga Ilocano na ubos ang aso. May this occasion inspire you and even more to continue, persist in your noble mission to protect our people and uphold the rule of law at all times. Salamat sa invitasyon ninyo. I have to go to your hospital. I would like to leave something for all to hear. I am giving you 25 million for medicines and all. Yung when you reach 50, meron ka ng 56 eh. Trouble starts at that age. Comes diabetes, meron ng heart, merong, wala pa kayong pasong age dito? Mahal. Ang ina police na yan. Meron kayo dito? Will take care of your expenses. 25 is, if to put to good use, it is enough. If you want a major ganon, you can always choose. I will pay. Kung ano mo, you go to St. Luke. Cardinal Santos, just where? Diyan. If it needs a very specialized, at wala tayong doctor, sometimes you feel good. Specialization yan. You just tell me, do not go out about an structure. We can afford it. You do not have to beg there and steal or borrow. Just tell me, I said, this office. It's headed by Colonel Salcedo. Is he here? Are you here, sir? Si Salcedo, the police assigned in my office. Yeah, he's the one. Just call him. Siya yung police naka-assign doon. And the military is saan yung military? Into the airport. He takes care of the calls also of the military. And I will, kaso, sabihin ninyo, nakasubo, ito, grasya. And I will never turn my back. All that I ask is that we serve our country with utmost good faith. Do not go into corruption. If you think that you cannot survive with the salary, then you are free to go. Pero kung ganito lang rin, pag magtiis kayo, but you do something, and that you've been doing it, you did it in the past, just do it now, again, and we pray to God. Ako, I assure you, this will be a clean go. And I said, the only time, and if I do not perform, if I violate my oath of office, if I am into corruption, you guys and the military, no need to bring the armor. Would be locked. Because you will be meeting my well, there's a lot of mix there. Also, sundalo kagaya. If you think that I am destroying the country or I'm not doing well, all you have to do, the major commanders, they can always pay a visit and say, Mayor, it's time for you to go, I think. And I will step down. No need this rokos about tanks and everything. Kung tingin ninyo na walang pag-asa ang bayan natin pag ako, we are free to seize power. And maybe it's your option of what to do with the country. Maybe you might be able more than I, baka you can solve the problem. But for the meantime that I'm here, I said I'm a co-worker, just like you. Magtulungan tayo. And there are standards which is not mine, which is required by law in all of the code of ethics and all the things that we do when we swear to serve the country. Will you just follow it? Me, I will abbreviate your vote of office. Your duty and mine is to preserve the Republic and to protect the people. Simple. And that's all there is to it. Maraming salamat at mabuhay ang PNP. Tigas tayo. Thank you very much. Salamat.